Hi everybody, welcome to week 11 in your nursing practicum course. This week we've got Pursue CQI in the Nurse Educator Role. Now I'm sure many of you are familiar with continuous quality improvement, but it's a little different in the nurse educator role. And a lot of what we're going to focus on is evaluating our own teaching. So whether in academia or the clinical setting or patient education, continuous quality improvement is continuing to look at what we've accomplished, what our outcomes are, and how can we continue to improve to enhance that student experience and learning. So in academia, we have things like the grades of the students. We have the student end of course evaluation forms. As far as our learning activities, we can kind of get a feel for if they went well or didn't go well right when they're happening. In the clinical arena, we can have evaluation forms at the end of our offerings like nurse residency or if we offer certain classes, things like that. We can also use formative evaluation while we're going through those education offerings. For nurse residency programs, we can see how competent our new nurses are when they hit the floor after they've had that series of classes. So there's a lot of ways we can reflect on how that went. With patient education, we can see were our materials easy to understand? Did the patient meet the objectives that we wanted them to? Are we including enough alternate strategies for the learner preferences of our learners? So we look at all those types of things when we're talking about CQI in the nurse educator role. How can we do the best we can for our students to achieve the outcomes that they want and need to achieve? So that's really what we're looking at this week. So the other piece of it is then how do we go about teaching our students about continuous quality improvement? They may not have had any exposure to it. So I'm attaching an article, and it's Personal Improvement Project in Nursing Education, Learning Methods and Tools for Continuous Quality Improvement in Nursing Practice. And it's teaching students about CQI through looking at their own academic plans and how they study and how they are as students, and looking at creating a performance improvement plan for themselves. Kind of is a little bit like what we discussed with our wellness pillar, but kind of globally as a student, and using that to help teach students about CQI. So I think it's an interesting article. So take a look at that one and see what you think. And let's see, week 11. So I'm going to be looking at your week 10 NEPD forms, and I'll get those back to you as soon as I can. And then we will go forward. And week 11, we've got your big papers due this week about your analyzing test results. I can't wait to see them. And I'm really looking forward to the questions you came up with, and then how you evaluated whether or not your results were valid. And so I'm really looking forward to it. Those are going to take me a while to get through, because I really want to take the time to give you some good feedback. And so I will probably take the whole week to get those back to you, but I will do that as soon as I can. All right, I think that's about it for the course this week. I'm coming to you today from my family room because it's really, really hot outside, and I didn't want to do the video for all 5 of my classes out there. Today, I do have on my VBS t-shirt. It's the last day of Vacation Bible School at our church, and I have been working with a little group of 5- and 6-year-old boys who are very active. We've had a great time, but I'm looking forward to it being my last night tonight. All right. So looking forward to some really good discussion about CQI and the nurse educator role, and can't wait to look at those papers. See you in the main forum.